I have a question for you. What is the name of Doc Brown's dog in Back to the Future? Hi, I'm Mark Ellison from 5 Daily Trivia Questions. 5 questions, 5 answers, and maybe you'll learn something amazing along the way. The number 5. 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Oh, and the answer? Doc Brown's dog's name is Einstein. 5 Daily Trivia Questions.
It is the world's most secretive election. When a pope dies, ancient traditions begin. A silver hammer, a destroyed ring, over 100 cardinals locked away from the world, choosing the next leader of 1 billion faithful. White smoke. The path to a new pope, from Calaroga Shark Media, wherever you get your podcasts.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Texas, where measles shots are for wimps, this is Ballad.
That's right. Why consider modern medicine when we can have an outbreak? Let's hit this. It's time to talk about the latest buzz in the world of government efficiency and economic stimulus. And by buzz, I mean a wild idea that's been floating around the internet like a stray helium balloon. So here's the scoop. Some folks are suggesting that the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE for short, could potentially issue $5,000 stimulus checks to American citizens. Yes, you read that right. 5,000 big ones, straight from the government's coffers to your bank account. Now, before you start planning your dream vacation or buying that fancy new gadget you've been eyeing, let's pump the brakes a little. This idea is based on the premise that DOGE, under the unofficial leadership of none other than Elon Musk, will manage to save a whopping $2 trillion through its efforts to reduce federal spending. And even Musk himself has expressed doubts about the feasibility of hitting that target. But that hasn't stopped President Trump from hopping on the bandwagon. Just the other day, he mentioned that the administration is considering giving 20% of the DOGE savings back to the people. This came hot on the heels of Musk saying he'd have a chat with the president about the idea. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer audacity of this proposal. We're talking about the government essentially saying, hey, we've been spending your money all willy-nilly, but now we're going to give some of it back to you as a reward for our own efficiency. It's like a kid promising to share their Halloween candy after eating half of it themselves. But here's the thing. Even if this idea of $5,000 stimulus checks gains traction, it's not like Musk and Trump can just start printing money and mailing out checks. Congress would need to approve the dispersal of funds, and that's about as likely as Musk giving up his Twitter account. The concept of a DOGE dividend was first floated by James Fishback, an anti-woke investor, whatever that means, who suggested that 20% of the money saved by DOGE should be returned to taxpayers, with the rest going towards paying down the national debt. He even lobbied Musk directly on social media because apparently that's how policy is made these days. But economists are less than enthusiastic about the idea. Some argue that it would increase the deficit and lead to inflation, while others point out that the savings needed to make these checks a reality simply aren't there. Even Musk's claim of $55 billion in savings turned out to be a bit of an overstatement, with an $8 million contract cancellation being misrepresented as an $8 billion savings. Oops. So what's the bottom line here? Well, as much as we all love the idea of a surprise $5,000 check showing up in our mailbox, it's probably best not to hold our breath. The DOGE dividend seems about as likely as Musk giving up his Twitter account. Oh wait, I already used that joke. Hey, it's cost savings. At least we can take solace in the fact that our government is working tirelessly to cut waste and inefficiency. And by tirelessly, I mean floating wild ideas on social media and hoping they stick. In the meantime, maybe we should all just focus on being a bit more efficient with our own spending. You know, just in case that $5,000 check doesn't materialize. And if it does, well, I'll be the first one in line at the bank, ready to stimulate the economy one impulse purchase at a time. All right, folks, we've got a doozy of a story coming out of Texas and New Mexico. It seems that measles, that pesky little virus we thought we had under control, has decided to make a comeback tour in the Southwest. Health officials in Texas have reported 90, yes, you heard that right, 90, cases of measles diagnosed in the last month alone. And over in New Mexico, they've got 9 more cases to add to the tally. It's like the measles decided to have a little party and invite all its unvaccinated friends. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but wait, don't we have a vaccine for that? Why, yes, we do. In fact, we've had a vaccine since 1963, but apparently not everyone got the memo or the shot. You see, there's been this little thing called the anti-vaccine movement gaining steam in recent years. Some folks have decided that they know better than decades of scientific research and have chosen not to vaccinate their kids. And wouldn't you know it? A lot of these measles cases are popping up in areas with low vaccination rates. Embark on an extraordinary journey into the heart of one of the world's most ancient and mysterious institutions with white smoke, the path to a new pope. This captivating podcast series takes listeners behind the scenes of the Catholic Church's most solemn and consequential event, the passing of a pope and the selection of his successor. From the moment the silver hammer strikes the pope's forehead 3 times to confirm his death, to the burning of his papal ring, white smoke unveils the intricate rituals and closely guarded traditions that mark this sacred transition. Listeners will gain unprecedented insight into the secret conversations and centuries-old customs that guide the cardinals in their selection of the next leader of the world's 1 billion Catholics. Whether you are a devout Catholic, a student of history, or simply fascinated by the workings of one of the world's most enduring institutions, White Smoke is an immersive and illuminating journey that will leave you with a newfound appreciation for the timeless traditions and profound mysteries of the Catholic Church. White Smoke, wherever you get your shows. Well, what do we have here? A classic case of finders, keepers, losers, weepers? Not quite. This story comes to us from the land of croissants and Eiffel Towers, where a couple of allegedly homeless gentlemen decided to test their luck with a scratch-off lottery ticket. The catch? They bought it using a stolen credit card. Ooh la la indeed. The victim of this grand theft lottery, known only as Jean-David E., discovered that his backpack had been swiped from his car in Toulouse. Along with his bank cards and other important documents, the thieves made off with his chance at €500,000. Now here's where things get interesting. Jean-David, being the clever chap he is, asked his bank to block the stolen card, but alas, it was too late. The card had already been used at a local shop to purchase the winning ticket. According to the shop vendor, the 2 thieves were so ecstatic about their sudden windfall that they forgot their cigarettes and the belongings, walking out like crazy people. I guess winning €500,000 can do that to you. But here's the twist. Jean-David, the victim, is actually offering to split the winnings with the thieves. That's right, he's willing to let bygones be bygones and share the cash, as long as he gets his wallet back. How's that for a generous gesture? I'm surprised the Russians aren't mind-tricking Trump into letting Jean-David settle the war in Ukraine. The thieves, however, seem to have vanished into thin air. As of Saturday, no one had come forward to claim the prize, and if they do, they might find themselves in a bit of a pickle with the law. Jean-David's lawyer, Pierre Debusson, has launched a national appeal, urging the perpetrators to contact his office and make a deal. "You risk nothing. We will share with you," he said, "and you would be able to change your lives." But time is of the essence, folks. That lottery ticket will eventually expire, and as Debusson warned, time is working against us. So if you happen to be the lucky thieves who stumbled upon this winning ticket, sure, you might have to give up half the cash, but it's better than ending up behind bars. And to Jean-David, we tip our hats to you, sir. Your willingness to forgive and share is a lesson in kindness that we could all learn from. Just maybe keep a closer eye on your backpack next time, yeah? Portions of today's program were made with the help of AI and natural selection.
It is the world's most secretive election. When a pope dies, ancient traditions begin. A silver hammer, a destroyed ring, over 100 cardinals locked away from the world, choosing the next leader of 1 billion faithful. White Smoke, the path to a new pope, from Caloroga Shark Media, wherever you get your podcasts.